Welcome, everyone, to Season 2, Episode 8, season finale of the ZWSB.24 podcast. Hey, sis.
Hey girl, how are you doing?
I am doing well. We are finally in the swing of the holiday season.
Oh,
It's November. We had our last episode for, 2 episodes ago. We had our Veterans Day episode.
mhm.
So we are just well into the holiday season, I feel.
Mhm.
Everywhere you go, there are Christmas things out, turkeys.
Yes.
So if you're not ready, get ready because it's here, everybody.
It is here. Absolutely.
So I already gave it away, but
Okay.
season 2, episode 8 is all about the holiday season, guys.
Yay.
So we're going to be talking about so many things regarding Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever holiday season you are celebrating. It's
Yeah.
all about family, friends, and traditions. So before we get started and we jump right in to some of the traditions that my sis and I do, Z has a special message for you guys.
Yes, I do. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast. I am Z. So if this is your first time, joining us, I am Z. I go by ZW. I'm here with my best friend, my sister here, other co-host SB or Stephanie. So yes, guys, I do have a special message for you guys. Again, this is the season of giving, and so I wanted to share a scripture with you guys. It's Acts 20:35, which just basically states that it's better to give than it is to receive. And how I take that in is, with this season, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, we've got New Year's. And so most people will have certain family traditions, what have you. But always remember to give. It doesn't mean monetarily, right? It doesn't mean that you have to pay for something. It could be something as a special message. But also keep in mind that there are families out there that this season may be not the greatest for some. A lot of people, may feel like those that are not with us anymore. It may bring a sense of sadness. So, what better way than to give and uplift someone through maybe a special message? Think about those that are in your community. Reach out to your local churches or other organizations. It could be something, maybe it is giving something like a card, or maybe you can work like at a food bank or a soup kitchen and give that way and serve others during this time. Or maybe even if you look at some churches, they'll have like a shoebox that you fill in for children around the world who are less fortunate than we are, but it's always better to give than to receive. So I just want you all to keep that in your mind and share those special memories with your family during this time. So happy holidays, everyone. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
That's such a great message, to keep in perspective for the holiday season. Just have a heart, approach everything with a heart of giving, no
Mhm.
matter what that looks like for you. Because, when you give, there's a feeling that you get from it. And then also, with the season of giving, it also encourages others to give. So give kindness. And when you give kindness, then that person that receives it will also give kindness. So I love that special message, especially as we go into the holiday season, because it's here.
It is
Uh,
here.
I love it. So let's go ahead and give, throughout.
Yeah.
Now, first, to kick us all off, Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yeah.
And so everybody has their holiday Thanksgiving traditions. I know my family and we have a really big family on both my side and my husband's side. So my husband and we actually celebrate Thanksgiving usually in 2 different places. I can tell you this, that I really admire and I appreciate every person that hosts Thanksgiving, because it's a really
Mhm.
big undertaking, right? I mean,
Yeah.
whether you're doing paper goods or real dishes and setting the table, whatever you do, I mean, there's a lot of planning involved. I mean, you've got a turkey, maybe you've got a ham, the sides, maybe you bring in authentic dishes into the mix along with Thanksgiving. So,
Yeah.
I have a great appreciation for my mom who hosts Thanksgiving every year, and my brother-in-law who hosts Thanksgiving at his house every year. I mean,
Mhm.
they do it like champions. You never hear them say that they're tired or frustrated. They just get in there and they get it done so that they can give that special experience to their family.
Yeah.
So I do have one thing. I'm not sure if many people do this, but I am from a West Indian home. My parents are from Trinidad and Tobago. And so we do the turkey and we do the ham. We have rolls, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. But my mom also prepares a different spin on Thanksgiving. So, as many of you may know, you may be used to bread stuffing for turkey. Well, my
Mhm.
mom makes stuffing out of mashed potatoes and she uses like chicken gizzards and livers.
Oh, wow.
So, and don't come at me yet because I don't really like organ meat. I don't like chicken
Mhm.
hearts or gizzards, but the way that she makes this stuffing is so good.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my gosh, it's so good. She makes it with mashed potatoes. She doesn't put it in the turkey. She makes it
Mhm.
outside or separate
Mhm.
actually from the turkey, but it
Mhm.
is so good. My parents also make fried rice for Thanksgiving
Mhm.
as a side dish.
Mhm.
So that's not as traditional, but it's our tradition.
Yes, yes.
So and it's a whole thing. Like one of us will be in charge of making sure that we cook the rice the day before
Yeah.
because fried rice is the best with like day old rice.
Right.
So one of us is in charge of that. We make like 8 cups of rice because we have so many people come over for the
Mhm.
Thanksgiving. And my dad gets the shrimp, he seasons it, all the veggies, and it is just so amazing. But what I love most about it,
Mhm.
even, when I'm with my parents, when I'm with my in laws, we just do it all together and we
Yeah.
share that time together. So no matter what part we have, what's beautiful is just the time that we get to spend together.
Mhm.
With all the hustle and bustle of the holidays, I feel like sometimes you just have to take a beat and really just be present in the moment. And I
Yes.
feel like every Thanksgiving we've been able to do that throughout everything that's, passing by, the busyness of the timeline of getting ready
Mhm.
for, Thanksgiving dinner or lunch or whenever you may have it. But that's a bit of our tradition. I have Thanksgiving in 2 places. We all bring something to the table, but at the end of the day, it's just all about spending time with each other and, just reliving those memories, whether it's next Thanksgiving that we talked about what happened last Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
that's a little bit about our Thanksgiving or my Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, that's so special. So I am kind of similar to yours. So for Thanksgiving, now growing up, this is what we did. So of course, all of our family got together. This is, before my husband. And so my sister and I, we would be cooking in the kitchen. It's the traditional, usually, it's the turkey, it's the ham. Now I will say though, say this. So for some of my friends that are watching this and they know who they are, so my dad really makes a really good Cornish hen, but there's this little joke that goes around about it.
I heard about that joke.
But yes, but they're really good guys. But anyways, aside from that, my dad would make that or turkey, and all the sides to go with it. And of course, we used to play Christmas music at the same time. So that's just something we did, and then we would always pray over the food and say something that we were thankful for. But now, that I've been with my husband, for almost 20 years, and because we have each other's in laws, what we've been doing every year, and this also ties in with Christmas, but every other year on that holiday, for every other holiday, we actually switch. So, like this year, I'm hosting and my in laws are coming up here. And so, like next year, we'll do Christmas with them. Now, it doesn't matter like where we go, it may be at my house, it may be at my in law's house, it may be at my parents' house, or my house, but we do switch every other holiday. And that's just because I want to make sure that both sides of the family, depending that year, have some time with us during the holiday. So this year, would be Christmas with my family, and then we'll swap. And next year will be Thanksgiving with my family, and then Christmas with my in-laws. So that's pretty much what we do. But what I've been doing for Thanksgiving, and this is typically with my in-laws, or it could be my side of the family, but our traditions is a little bit untraditional in a sense, but it's our tradition because we do it every year, that we've been doing for like the last 5 years. And I'll send a text to my in-laws and I'm like, hey, do you guys want to do traditional food? And for me, I'm Filipino, so I'll say, do you want to do Filipino food? Do y'all want to do seafood? Because we all love seafood. And we will all vote. And depending on what gets the highest votes is what we'll go through. So last year, or year before last, we did Christmas with them. We ended up doing seafood. So it just depends. And like even Thanksgiving, like I think year before last, we did traditional food. And this year we are doing traditional food again. So I'm actually making the meat. So I'm doing the ham and the turkey. But this time, my family, my in-laws, they're going to do all the sides. We haven't really pinpointed yet what we're going to have for sides for sure. But I do know it's probably going to be like the traditional, like collard greens, yams, mashed potatoes, probably deviled eggs. And my mother-in-law, guys, makes the best sweet potato pie. Chef's kiss. But so delicious. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we usually do some kind of form of karaoke. So that is exciting and fun. But, we'll pray over the food and we'll hang out for a few days and just kind of, enjoy the moment and just be thankful, to be near each other. So that's kind of what we do for Thanksgiving.
I love that. I love that it's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
It's definitely, depending on your family, what works for you, what you guys like to do. Sometimes it may be a mishap that, just turns into a tradition. But I will tell you this. So this is something that we always joke about. So I hosted Thanksgiving one time since my husband and I, we've lived in this house, for the house that we're in now, for 7 years. And I hosted Thanksgiving one year. And it was a major undertaking. So that's why I'm so appreciative, and I understand the energy and the effort that it takes to host Thanksgiving. So there's a joke that goes on with our family. Of course, I was in charge of the turkey and the ham, and my parents brought their side. My in-laws brought some sides as well, just to kind of help out. But they would start to pick with me like a couple days before, like 2 or 3 days before. And they'll say, Stephanie, make sure you take the turkey out to thaw, because you can't take the turkey out that day to cook it. Like not like regular chicken or steak or anything like that. Yeah. So I'm going to hold this up for you guys out there to make sure that you have this in the pocket. It's helpful. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but this tells you when you're supposed to thaw your turkey. All right. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can even go up to a whole
4-pound turkey one day, guys. 8-pound turkey 2 days. 12-pound 3 days. 16. I think that's a 16 pounds.
Yeah. So let me guess. Did you take it the day of?
And I didn't. Well, they were really trying to pick with me, and really, so I love hosting. I love having get-togethers. However, there's some anxiety that goes along with it.
Oh, yeah.
And especially like Thanksgiving, like you do not want to mess that up. And so you've got to have the turkey. That's the main star of the show. You've got to have ham. That's like backup singer to the turkey.
Yeah.
I'm a ham girl personally.
Actually, that is lead for me. And to be honest, I'm not a huge, you guys, and don't hate on me for this, but I'm really not a huge turkey fan. And it's maybe because I've had it dried, I've had it moist, I've had it different ways, but I feel like you never know how your turkey's going to turn out. So if you guys have a great recipe, drop it below, because this is the first year I'm actually making it on my own. Like I usually, to be honest, I'm all about the ham.
You need this, okay?
I definitely, but you gotta text that to me. Share that link.
You guys. So make sure, I've actually heard horror stories about this. Like people taking the turkey out of the freezer. I mean, that's a big bird. I mean, for a 4-pound turkey alone, it's 1 day
Yeah.
of thawing. So you've
I'm
got to
gonna do
take,
like 6 to 8, 2 days. I'm gonna need 2 days. That's good to think. Like that's really good to know. That's a really
and
great
you
tip.
have to thaw. So you have to, and I don't know if you guys see this little sign here. You can't take that bad boy out and put it in the sink. You have to put it in the refrigerator.
Yep.
Like, because you don't want people getting sick.
Yeah. Yep. So go ahead, guys, and make sure you read your labels and
Mhm.
thaw out accordingly. Because you
Look,
don't.
24,
I
24-pound turkey, six
I will say,
days. Y'all better
yeah.
take y'all turkey out now.
I heard though that you can halfway thaw it if you're trying to deep fry it. I've actually had a deep fried turkey and it is so good. It is like
Yes.
the best turkey tasting I've ever had. I don't have one myself, like an actual big, I don't know what y'all call it, but like deep fryer. I don't have it where you go outside and you actually fry it. But that thing is so good and so
It
juicy. And I
is.
think it's because it only cooks in an hour to like an hour and a half. So it just kind of holds in all that moisture
It
versus,
does.
sitting in the oven cooking for hours. So, but I'm definitely gonna try. I mean, I've cooked a turkey with my mom, but I attempted on my own. I have not because I'm not a big turkey lover. But it's okay. I'm gonna
You're gonna get
accomplish
it.
it. I saw a couple Instagram videos of people and all their hacks and delicious like herb seasonings and things to do and getting the butter under the skin and massaging it. And so I'm gonna be
Mhm.
good. I got my meat thermometer, like I got that today at the store. So I'm gonna be good. I just need
You
to,
got this, girl.
yeah, I got it.
You
But
got
anyways,
It's gonna
guys.
be amazing. We're gonna need
Yeah.
pictures of this
Oh yeah.
turkey.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna post it, I promise. But yes, guys. So that's the Thanksgiving holiday traditions. And so what we wanted to do next was talk about the Christmas holiday traditions. So I'm going to share a little bit of mine. Of course, growing up. So number one, you guys, this tops it all for me. I love the Christmas season and I'm saddened because fall is like an actual real like season. Like you can celebrate that from like
Mhm.
September all the way till pretty
Yeah.
much December 1st. But Christmas is like only a day. But guys, like I already have my tree up. So I don't have it dressed yet. Because Thanksgiving is coming up this week. But I will do it on Black Friday. I forgot to say that's my other tradition that I do. But Christmas tradition is in my family ever since I was a little kid was we always put up the Christmas tree on Black Friday. When Black Friday wasn't how Black Friday is nowadays. Now everyone's shopping. Like we literally got up in the morning because we were off of school and we would do that. And I've continued that with my family and we always put it up on the Friday, at least dress it all. Now I have it up early now because Thanksgiving, as you know, is really late this year. I don't know why,
I
but
know it
it's
is.
like
The
the
last week.
yes, the very last week. Usually we still have like half of the following week of November. We don't even have that this year. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna jip my Christmas season. I'm gonna put my tree up so I can enjoy it.
Get
But
those
yeah,
decorations out.
exactly. But you know how Christmas works is we get up in the morning. I do make breakfast, guys. I actually like to do a hot chocolate bar too. I've been doing that for the last couple of years. And usually I will make like French toast for breakfast and potatoes on the side, like home fries on the side, and bacon. And then after we eat, we'll open up our gifts and, tell Jesus, happy birthday. We do that. And also on top of that, guys, so my family every year, we actually had a tradition for the last like 6, 7 years where we'll play music for our family. So we'll FaceTime them. We are a what do you say, musically inclined family. So usually I'm either playing the guitar or singing, and then my son and my husband, they play their trumpets. Jade last year, she had like a little shaker, like an egg shaker, like maraca, and she will do that. And then my other son will sing with us, and we'll do Christmas music for our family. So we do that, and then of course the Christmas food is similar to Thanksgiving, to be honest. But usually it's like a ham and a roast beef. I don't do turkey the second go round. So we'll do that. And of course, we always pray for our food and we enjoy that. And then sometimes we'll do reindeer games. It just depends. I don't know if you have done reindeer games, Stephanie, but those are super fun for the family, where you just pick certain games that you do with the family and they can win like a little prize. Maybe it's trying to unwrap a gift with like mittens and you're trying to and basically you have a timer and they have to pass the gift until it gets to the last person actually opens the gift. And so
Oh.
there's like these other little reindeer games that we do. We do karaoke. But yeah, we just pretty much enjoy that. And then of course, guys, Christmas movies galore.
Mm.
So I did this as a kid, Home Alone. We watched that. Preacher's Wife has always been on rotation. And then for the adults, we always do This Christmas. So that is like, and then I have a ton of others, but we definitely watch Christmas movies, even leading up to Christmas, like 2 weeks. We'll do it. Like I'm already playing Christmas music. So when November,
As am I.
yeah. So anyways, that's just a couple things I do. What do you do, sis?
So for our Christmas holiday tradition, what we do several different things. So Christmas morning, we get up. We usually wear Christmas pajamas. They're not always matching all the time, just anybody's rendition of Christmas pajamas. I know some people like the matching Christmas pajamas. But what we did last year is our family, we got together and we made these cool little sweatshirts, Grinch themed, that say love Christmas. So everyone on my husband's side of the family, we have this. So I usually do, before Christmas, I do a Christmas Eve breakfast. And in our neighborhood, we have Santa Claus come through. We have these beautiful horses that like kind of walk in the neighborhood, and Santa Claus passes out candy canes to everybody. Sometimes we'll see a movie on Christmas Eve. I know last year, and it doesn't even have to be a Christmas themed movie. Last year we watched Aquaman. So we'll do something, just spending time together. Our family, my husband's side of the family, they really love breakfast a lot. So it's like a breakfast brunch type situation with hot chocolate and mimosas and blueberry pancakes, bacon, sausage, you name it, the works. Now, Christmas Eve, my mom bakes a salted ham and she makes fresh rolls that are so delicious. And so we have that on Christmas Eve at my mom's house, and we even have it the next morning for breakfast. So my dad will brew hot coffee, they'll make hot chocolate, and we'll get up in the morning if we spend Christmas with them in our Christmas pajamas. And at my parents' house and our house, and even my in-laws' house, we have this tradition where all of the kids, 18 and younger, have to line up at the top of the stairs, and they have, before they open their gift, they have to sing Christmas carols all the way down the stairs. And if they stop, they've got to go back up and start over again. But it is the cutest thing. Just in a time capsule, your little one from the age of newborn to 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up. It's just a beautiful tradition. It's funny. I know in past years where, our family has been in different places, we've been able to send recordings, or even in modern years, FaceTime each other. So that's a little bit about our Christmas holiday tradition. My mom typically will have a ham. We don't make turkey again. But of course, Christmas food is so good. My dad does a prime rib, mashed potatoes, roasted carrots. And so it's just a time that you just spend sitting beside your family, eating beside your family, just really, warm and cozy under them, and just really soaking up all those beautiful moments. If you have little ones, you're watching them open their gifts and play with them, and you're just really seeing the joy, on their faces, and the joy that it brings, my parents and my in-laws, to see them, be able to give them something is just so priceless.
That is. And I know, like you, sis, so if anyone knows us, so our kids were actually, even though they're many years apart. I won't say many years, but about like 6 years apart. So my oldest and Stephanie's oldest, they are some years apart, but they're actually born around Christmas time. So that's, I guess you would call it a tradition. So your son is actually born on December 19th. Mine is on Christmas Eve, almost made it to Christmas Day. So I guess that would be a Christmas tradition that I forgot to mention, guys. So on Christmas Eve, and this year is his 18th birthday. So this is a big one, right? Thankfully, he's low key, like it's not like this huge thing to him. And maybe because he's a boy, he doesn't really, it's not like girls, like, oh, you're 18, you got to do all this stuff. I don't know yet what we're going to do. We still have like a month left to really think about it. My parents are actually flying in, so we get to spend that time with them. But every year I find myself, I don't want to say anxious necessarily, but it is a lot going on because we have to celebrate him, which is the day before, but we don't want to have Christmas Eve like food. So we usually go out for dinner, which is kind of sad. We're limited because there are a lot of restaurants, which I think they should be closed, so that they can spend time with their family. But we find ourselves literally Googling and trying to research who's going to be open at 6 o'clock where we can still celebrate his birthday. No joke. And I feel so sad because he gets gypped every year. So we really have to figure it out and pinpoint and hopefully and pray that there's a restaurant or something opened up for him this year, so that he can enjoy celebrating his 18th birthday. But I know you're like in the same boat, sis, and trying to schedule even with your friends. Like my son, we always had to do his birthday like the first weekend of December because everyone is out for the holiday. Like no one's in town. And so I don't know. But that's like, I think that a mutual tradition we share together as best friends with my kids that literally are birthday kids. And they're our firstborn out of all of them.
I could tell you this. So this is what my husband and I tell our son, and it's the truth. Mm-hmm. He's one of the best gifts that we've ever gotten. One of the best gifts that we've ever gotten. But like Z just said, it is difficult to try to find a weekend to celebrate because there's a holiday. I mean, there's a Christmas party every weekend, like right after Thanksgiving, even sometimes before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. I mean, so it's kind of difficult to do, coordinate that. And then, of course, everybody else has birthday parties too. So you really have to get right on it. Like, I can tell you guys that I am going to be booking a party soon for my son. Mm-hmm. And fingers crossed that it's not already booked or taken. So yeah, that's a little bit of our...
why we never did it together and that's really, I mean, mine is older now. He's probably not going to want to do it, but when they were younger, I don't know, maybe because I was just, in another state or whatever. Traveling, but we've never actually done their birthdays and just literally smash them together because they're literally only 5 days, if that, apart. I mean, they're 6 years in age apart, but 5 days apart in that month. So that's just crazy. But anyways, I don't want to keep going on. But yeah, it's just it's a busy time of year. But I loved hearing about your holiday traditions. And you guys, comment below. Let us know what you guys do.
Yeah, let us know what you do, especially gift ideas, reindeer games. I've never done that, but that sounds like a blast.
It is.
Just to get people up, because I feel like after you have breakfast, you open gifts, or you open gifts, have breakfast, one of the two. And then you kind of like sit around for dinner, then you have dinner. But that, kind of gets everybody interacting, especially if you have new people, in your family, getting them.
Yeah, or maybe you live around a lot of friends. Like when I was living in Georgia years ago, and I know if my friends here are watching, we did a lot of reindeer games, and those things are hilarious. It's funny to see people get frazzled, like it's just with some of them, things that you don't even think of. And you could do like minute to win it type games, but make them Christmas oriented, and it's hilarious. So it's definitely fun, especially when you're hosting and you got a lot of friends and family nearby, because I don't know, it just keeps the party like going. And
It
you don't
does.
really care about how your house looks like anymore. So you might as well just do all these
Have
things. You
fun.
just have
Yeah,
fun.
just have fun. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah. It's
You're gonna
super
clean it up before New Year's. So that brings me to the next tradition, New
fun.
Year's Day holiday traditions.
Yes.
So speaking of the house, getting disorderly or
Mhm.
just, filled with wrapping paper or gift bags or tissue
Mhm.
paper, our New Year's Day holiday traditions included us cleaning our home because my mom was like, you got to bring the new year in a certain way because if you don't, then that's going to determine the rest of your year, which is not true, guys, at all. My mom just wanted her house to be clean. And so we were frantically
Yeah.
cleaning
You
everything
don't
up.
slow down.
I know. So that's one of the traditions as a child that we had to do. Now we didn't take down any Christmas decorations. So in
Okay.
our family, we keep our Christmas decorations up through the new year. So
Mhm.
January 6th,
Yep. It's about
Three
the same.
Kings Day. That's what we've
Mhm.
always done. It makes me too sad to
I
have to take
know.
down anything the next day. People that do that, I don't know how you do it.
I
It
know.
just
Nope.
I
You're lying.
can't do it. How
Nope.
do you do it? Stop doing it. Just leave it up for a little bit.
Just leave it up.
Just leave it up.
And that's what I do. So actually rewind like 4 years ago. I actually kept it up to like March. I don't know why. Well, I took the ornaments off. Like after the new year, I will take the ornaments off, but I'll leave the tree bare, with the twinkling lights. And I will literally keep that tree up to like the second week of January now. But I have left it before like till March. I'm not that kind of person. There are people though. If you're watching, that's fine if your preference. But what I will not do is keep my tree up all year long. But some people do that where they'll make a holiday tree, like they'll do
Mhm.
the Valentine's Day tree, the St. Patrick's Day tree,
Mhm.
the
Easter.
Easter tree. Like they really do that. That I don't do. And if that's what you do, that's fine. But I will keep my Christmas tree up for a couple weeks after the new year because you spent all that time decorating. And it's not like fall season. Like Christmas season is literally just like for most people probably December 1st to the end of the month. But fall you get September, October, November. Why does Christmas season have to be
So
so short?
succinct, so short.
I know, but
It's
I'm
not
like you.
fair. No, but along with New Year's holiday traditions, my mother-in-law, she makes black eyed peas. My mom makes black eyed
Mhm.
peas.
Yep.
So years ago, we used to bring in the New Year at church. So we would go to church at like 9 o'clock. Z, I don't know if you ever
Yes,
did this. Yeah, we did
I
that.
did. I did. Mhm.
So we would go to church between 9:30, and we would stay there until midnight.
Yep.
And so sometimes we would go over to someone's house and have breakfast, or we would go to IHOP and have breakfast, which
Mhm.
I know Z and I, we always look forward to doing something like that because we got to spend more time together.
Yeah.
So that was one of my New Year's traditions past year.
Ooh, we have to think about that and plan. Maybe we should do New
Maybe
Year's.
we should do something,
Yeah.
something. Um, but that's what I would do. I'm accustomed doing. I know that it's one thing that I always make sure to do. I know I couldn't do this last year because my husband was away, but we always kiss each other for the new year.
Yeah.
Always find each other, kiss each other. We're always like very, very close to each other.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that that's probably a tradition of a lot of people,
Oh yeah.
finding their loved ones and kissing them. But
Yeah.
that's my New Year's before New Year's Day
Mhm.
holiday tradition. I usually clean my house up, make sure it's nice and presentable for the new year.
Mhm.
And it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Yeah. Well,
What
for
about
us,
you, Sid?
yeah, for us, it was very simple too, but we did have some traditions. So when I was younger, my parents and my sister and I, we always watched the ball drop. And if you guys are Dick Clark fans for New York Times Square, that is something we did every year. I mean, he's no longer with us. I think Ryan Seacrest now has been doing it for like the last decade plus. I don't even know when Dick Clark passed away, but we enjoyed watching it. But while we waited for the ball drop, we didn't actually sit there and watch the whole like 2 hours, 3 hours leading up to the ball drop. But we would pick a movie every year. We would, whatever movie that was, it didn't matter what it was, we would watch that. And then we would stop the movie if it wasn't done by the time like 10 minutes hits for the ball drop. But when it did, we would. So my mom was really great at buying all the things, the hat, the blowers, all the confetti type stuff. And then what we would do is we didn't do like a huge meal. Now she did make black eyed peas and rice. That's like a tradition that she always made. But then we would always have appetizers. So whether it was like potato skins or I don't know, like boneless chicken wings, things like that, or sodas and or pizza, just basically appetizer type foods. And we would literally just eat that, whatever our favorite ones were at the time. And we would just watch a movie and wait for that. But now, with my family, we've continued the same thing. But I'm going to be honest, I usually fall asleep like when we're watching a movie. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, it's 5 minutes till we got to go turn it on YouTube or something and watch the ball drop. But I'll still get, the hats. The last few years, we've been really blessed to either have really close friends or family with us, which is really nice. So typically we'll play like card games. The kids are kind of doing their own thing, adults do their own thing. And then we kind of like the last 30 minutes get together as a family or just, with our friends, and then we'll celebrate that way. But yeah, I remember, sis, with you, and I don't remember like specifically sitting there with you, which is kind of, I don't know, strange. I feel like when we used to go to church, I don't think I ever necessarily always spent the New Year's time with you, but I know we were there near each other. And I remember at church, once midnight hit, like all the balloons would come down from the ceiling and confetti. Hats off to the cleanup crew there at church, because I can only imagine how many balloons and confetti every year.
I know.
But I do remember that growing up. But yeah, it's very simple. I also clean up my house as well, even leading up to it. And just kind of, I don't know, just trying to get ready for the new year. But my question for you viewers, as well as you, sis, I'm just curious to know for those that have, New Year's holiday tradition is, do you actually have like a New Year's resolution or revelation or whatever it is that I know that some people have for the new year? Do you typically do one or do you not?
So I used to, like my dad specifically would always ask me, "What's your New Year's resolution? Like, what are you going to do?" And I'm going to be honest with you, like I would get annoyed by that.
Yes.
I'm just
Okay. So
being
you and I
honest.
are in the same. And
I
one of
would
the
like really get annoyed by it. I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, guys, I'm sorry. Like, just I don't know what's going on with my hair today, but please excuse it. It's just all over the place. But it's a little distracting.
you're, you're so funny.
No, but yeah, the whole New Year's resolution thing, I'm not knocking it. I think that they're great for you to do that. But I felt like my dad was asking me to do better. And I was just like,
really, and that's the thing. For me, I felt like I was either setting myself up for failure or like, because honestly, it's a good thing. Like, so there's this thing with resolution and revelation. I'm more I'm going to tell you what's bothering me that might not be fixed this year, but I'm going to attempt and try. So that's why I said resolution and revelation, because I'm more of the
I
revelation.
never heard of that. Like, I like that though.
Yeah, it's like
I love it.
Yeah, it's like there's things you want resolved, but you're revealing it to yourself and saying, "Hey, I know that I have these issues. I can't say that they're going to be resolved this year, and because I might fail at it, but what I'm going to do is reveal it to myself."
Yeah.
And exactly, recognize it and say, I'm going to work at trying to resolve this, but I'm not going to give myself a year to do it, because to be honest, and for those like Stephanie said, if you do it, that's great. I used to do this like middle school, high school, and it would never get done. Like I get Lent, like those that practice Lent, you give up something for a month, if it's coffee, if it's social media, what have you. I get that. But a whole year, it takes what they say, like, I don't know, 7 days to make a habit, but like a long time to break something. So for me to say, okay, this right at New Year's Day, I'm not doing this. I don't want to set myself up for a failure and then
Yeah.
beat myself up for it. So whatever it is that you guys have, if you find that a resolution is not good, try do a revelation. Think
Yeah.
about something that you know that you want to resolve, and just make short little goals, and try to whatever it is, make it better for yourself, fix it, whatever it is. But I'm like you, sis. I'm just like, nah, I couldn't stand it.
No, I get it. No, I love that. I've never heard about that before, but
Mhm.
just recognizing different things, revealing certain things to yourself. And this kind of takes me back to our last episode, where we talked about fitness
Yeah,
and just creating realistic goals. Like,
right.
if you are not a morning person, then having a New Year's revelation or resolution to wake up at 4:30 every single morning may not be the revelation or resolution for you. I mean, you just have to, you really have to do it. It's got to be customized to
Yeah,
what you want to do, and what will work best for you. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot become a morning person. You can, but if you're used to waking up at
mhm.
8:30, waking up, like deciding you want to wake up 4 hours
Not
earlier
gonna happen.
I mean, it may
Baby
happen
steps.
for a day or two, but you may be grumpy. I mean, you
Yeah,
definitely have to understand, of course, cause and effect. Like,
right.
yes, I would like to wake up at 4:30, but then if you do, then you're just angry for the rest of the day. I
Right.
mean, you just kind of have to, or not angry necessarily, just kind of, you know, you're not
Yeah,
as happy.
of course.
But just do what works best for you. I love the idea of a revelation, revealing different things to yourself, and just using that to set different goals.
Yeah.
Don't bite off more than you can chew. You can do it. Just, do it wisely
Yep, and at your pace.
at your pace. Absolutely. Now, what we're going to get into now is some unseen footage and blooper reel. Of course, this is our season finale, guys. We are going to be returning, but first, take a look at our unseen footage and bloopers. Here you go.
Hey,
Yay.
people, welcome to season 2. Okay, we're in there. You know what? We could just use these test ones sometimes for bloopers. Sorry, it's recording. We have to cut this part out.
You gotta cut it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. But the video is Nick Cannon sitting next to like 40 bottles of baby oil. And this
What?
random lady comes in and she's like, "What are you going to do with this baby oil?" He was like, "Well, I got like 20 kids."
I'm here with my
And then,
co-host and sister.
take 2.
What the heck just happened? What is your name?
Keep it. What is my name?
What is your name? I got tired of it. I was like, but in my mind, we're at the point of no return.
Stephanie, you would listen. Like, you done listed like 3 C's. You got to make it all the way to Z.
Listen, what was bad? I'm gonna tell you what was really bad. I was like, and you could get.
That's the thing. I thought you were just gonna list the places. You listed the burgers. You might have listed condiments at this point. Drinks, ice.
Not ice. That's what we doing. Well, I hope you guys got a kick out of that. Of course, this is season 2 for us, but we are not exempt from being silly, starting off
Yes.
more than once, or just having other people join our podcast
Yeah.
unexpectedly. But
Yeah.
it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of
Mhm.
the fun, and we hope that you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Now, Z is going to close us out.
Yes, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. We've had a great time doing season 2. Sis, I can't even believe that we're done with like 2 seasons. This is crazy to me. But anyways, guys, yeah, we will see you soon. Please subscribe to zwsb.24 for podcast updates. Now, listen, we're not going anywhere. We're always going to be posting stuff there to you guys. We're always going to be here, but we will let you know when or what we have coming up soon that may be new for you guys. So yes, make sure you follow, you like, and you share, and you subscribe to our YouTube channel at zwsb.24. But then, of course, guys, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But until then, guys, happy holidays from our family to yours. Thank you so much for supporting us and staying tuned. Yes, girl. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we'll see you soon, guys. Happy holidays. Bye, guys. Bye,
Bye,
sis.
guys. Take care.